Thank you for tuning in to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Whether you're listening during your commute, while working out, or just relaxing at home, we appreciate you. Every download, every listen, and every subscription means a lot. Up next, the 12 Kyle podcast.
And I had the amount of opportunities that I had to be from games is crazy. From the time that I started going to middle school to, like high school. I knew I wasn't going to game bang. Once I got to high school and went from the 9th grade to the 10th grade, I knew that, game banging, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at all. And I've been around it all my life. Got brothers, cousins, close friends, lost some close friends to game banging. And that was just a part of our culture.
Y'all really don't understand politics in LA gangbanging. Something that you do is going to have an effect on more than just you. So is it really worth you doing something that's going to cost you more than you? Because it's not just one life for a life, depending on the life that you take. Mm-hmm. Are you really willing to put your mama house on the line behind this? Are you willing to put all your relatives who you cool with on the line behind this? Are you willing to put your best friend in them on the line behind this? Because when you dealing with a made man, it's made man consequences.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. Man, check this out. On this episode, we're going to take it out west. More specifically, we're going to talk about Los Angeles, and even more specifically, we're going to talk to two friends of mine who are native Los Angelians. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And talk about how they grew up and their upbringing as far as it came to gangs. And of course, these guys are no stranger to the show. My first guest, he's a father, he's a husband, he's an entrepreneur. He's worth a couple of million. He has 2 podcasts, Open Run with BTG and BTG for President. My man Baylor the Great is in the building. Baylor, what up?
Point me to the money then. If it's true what you say, no. Where is it? I need to get to it. Let me know. And I'll call y'all back. Shit.
And my second guest, again, no stranger to the show, been on here multiple times. He's a husband, he's a father, he's an entrepreneur, he's a comedian extraordinaire. My man Dolomite is in the building. Dolly, what up?
What's going on, man? Pleasure to be here.
Oh, you ain't gonna give us the good evening?
Man, I told you, man, I don't be wanting to cuss.
Listen,
on the illustrious
you better cuss
12
on this
Kyle
episode.
podcast. I don't be wanting to come in hot like that.
He said that the other day, and I was rolling. He was like, man, he's like, you come on 12 Kyle podcast, you just can't cuss. And I'm like, you can cuss. You cuss more than anybody else I know. So cuss away.
This is the formal living room of podcasting.
But all seriousness, folks, these are 2 of my boys. And what's interesting is I always say, like, it's one of the things that as a host and as a podcaster, it's not easy to interview people, but it's even more difficult when you interview your friends. But now in this instance, I think it'll be a little bit easier because in a lot of things that we're going to talk about tonight, I really don't know. So I'm genuinely interested in hearing their story. I know a little bit of their story, actually quite a bit of their stories, but nonetheless, glad to have these brothers on here. As I mentioned at the top, you guys grew up in LA. So Baylor, I'll start with you. Where you from? Because that's the number one question in your city. Where you from?
East side. From the east side. Not East LA. Mm-hmm. Not the east of like the Inland Empire. The east side is like the gristle of the bone.
Okay.
In South Central. Watts. You know, somewhere like we right there. If we got cousins in Inglewood, Compton, we literally about 10, 15 minutes away, depending on how fast you drive and how many lights you know, don't stop at.
Okay. And Dolomite, where you from?
Man, it depends on what you asking, honestly. Like,
When
if
people
if
ask you
if,
where
if
you
a
from,
nigga
where
from
you
LA
from?
ask me where I'm from Nutty Block Crib.
Okay, there you go.
But if you asking me just on some like I'm in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Compton, California.
There you go. CPT. And so what I wanted to do is definitely get you guys on here as far as to talk about your upbringing. We've done a couple episodes. I know, like at one point we did the fatherhood episode, and we talked a little bit about you guys coming up and how you became the fathers that you become. And I think both of these guys are great fathers, and I've seen them work with their children, and in the short time that I've known them, watch them grow as well as men. Now, full disclosure, I am 10 years older than these cats, but I always say that they're very, very sharp, first and foremost. And one of the things that's always interesting to me is, particularly when you get to know people, like you find out like where they're from and what made them who they are. And in a lot of ways, how you guys grew up navigating the city that you did with the gang influence or lack thereof is an interesting thing. So Bale, I'll start with you. Growing up in LA on the East Side, how difficult was it for you to move around? Because you and I have talked both on and off air about some of the things, particularly as you started to grow by the time you got to like middle school and high school, and we'll talk about high school in just a second. But how difficult was it for you to move around, or was it difficult at all?
It was a bunch of bullshit. Is it like when you get to the point where you gotta take certain routes on, depending on if you get into it with some cats and stuff like that. So on the east side, I stayed off of 80th between Main and San Pedro. So that's I'm dealing with Main Streets, Swans, East Coast, down the way. And so I went to Bethune and I went to Fremont. They not too far apart, but it's two totally different areas. So when I was going to Bethune middle school was when I first was like introduced to like the younger gang members, the ones that
Okay.
it didn't seem like them niggas was never in class. They would always be posted up at an apartment or something like that, whether it was vacant or not. But that's when it was cracking because they like at that age they banging at like 12, 13, all the way and the ones that really piss me off is the 18 and 19-year-olds. Them motherfuckers used to be picking on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So just navigating through the neighborhoods when you on the outside, I'm gonna keep this for later, but I'm gonna tell you why being the cut that cousin is much more dangerous than actually being in the gang.
Okay. Okay.
But depending on, I mean, you get used to it after a while. It's just that once you get to middle school, high school, now that's like the training camp. You know what neighborhoods you going to. You know what neighborhoods you can and can't go to during certain times. Obviously around your neighborhood, you got a familiar face. But like, depending on what gang is in that area and who controls what block, is like you don't know how close you are to a whole totally different area that's next to you.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy, right? I mean, just to have to deal with that and as a middle schooler, that's wild when you think about it. What about you, Dolomite? How difficult was it for you navigating and moving around through Compton?
Um, like with me, I guess it wasn't that difficult because like I was cool where I was at and where I was from.
Mm-hmm.
So like with me, like Baylor said, you know who's where. So you know which way to go home. You know what gas station to go to. You know what girl house to go to and when. Because like if a girl invites you to a house in the area that you ain't supposed to be in,
And it
depending
seemed
on
like you always not supposed to be in that area.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah, especially like depending on how known your face is.
Okay.
You know, because that's like a big part of it. Like if you like a known nigga, you become what we call out here a hood trophy.
Okay.
So it's like if you one of them niggas where you from, it's like niggas would love to knock you down,
Right.
as opposed to certain niggas where like they'll see you and they be like, oh, ain't that whoop de whoop? And it's like, yeah, he cool though. Like, so you'll see the niggas and y'all niggas will make eye contact and they be like,
Mhm.
yeah, I used to play basketball, cuz let him go. You know, he cool. Like, you know, cause sometimes like even though we don't get along with certain niggas, you can kind of call ahead, like, hey, I got this little bitch over here on such and such a street, nigga. Like, I'm cool. And they be like, yeah, nigga, you cool, but the homies is out. So be careful, nigga. Like, don't drive your car.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like as long as you smart about shit, you be cool. But certain niggas is crash outs. So, you know, like I got
Yeah.
homeboys, they don't take their hat off. Like me personally, I keep my hat in my car.
Mhm.
But depending on where I'm going, if I'm going to see a broad and I know I ain't supposed to be over there, like I know I ain't supposed to be on the laundry, take this Yankee hat off, sit that motherfucker on the seat, slide through, do what I do. And then when I get back to the hood, I throw that motherfucker back on. But you know, like that's the difference between maneuvering as a gang banger and a gang member.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
take
know,
that damn hat off.
yeah, I was a gang member.
Right. And
I
we
wasn't a
definitely gonna
gang
talk about that.
banger.
We definitely gonna talk about that. So and I'll start there with you, Dolomite. So I think one of you, or maybe both of you, have told me like um that in each hood there's an imaginary line. It's
Yeah.
usually at a red light or a corner store. And that line you can't cross. Once you cross that, well, it's not so much not being able to cross the line, but when you cross that line, you automatically know you're in another territory. You're on somebody else's turf, you're in another hood. So Dolomite, where was that for you? I know, if I'm not mistaken, 165, that was at your area, or just for the people who don't know you personally, what was your area where like you were your hood basically?
Yeah, the 5 and the 6 is inside the hood, so that's not a border at all. Our
Okay.
borders was Greenleaf, Alondra, Wilmington, and Central,
Okay.
and we was basically surrounded by niggas we don't fuck with. Like any light you cross, we don't fuck with them niggas. Like we cool with the Raymonds, but they like a real small little section. But they like between like the Lantanas and the Tragnoos, who we don't fuck with. So like
Mhm.
most of who we was surrounded by on all four sides, we don't fuck with. Even though Greenleaf to the south, you basically not even in Compton no more. Like nigga, now
Okay.
you in like Long Beach, Carson. It's like
Right.
industrial area and shit where niggas ride go karts and shit like that. Like you cool. But nigga, once we get outside the hood, nigga, it's up.
Mm.
You know, like we just like you got like get along gangs that's like cool with everybody. Like they a gang, but like they not in bullshit. Us,
Mhm.
like nigga, we one of the only hoods might be in LA that ain't named after a park or a street.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
most niggas is named, oh nigga, we the 60s, we the whoop de whoop parks, and we the such and such blocks in this street. And nigga, we just nutty. So it's like, nigga, you already know what the fuck you getting
Right.
with us. It's we on bullshit. But as far as like, you know, as far as like navigating the city, you know, like for me and Baylor and niggas in LA in general, you know, stay on major streets.
Right.
If you running around and you unfamiliar with the area, just keep your ass on. Don't go on streets with houses. Don't
Mm.
go on
Don't.
streets with stop signs.
Yeah.
Stay your ass out of certain burger stands, liquor stores, and gas stations. Them the three most dangerous places in LA is burger stands, gas stations, and liquor
Gas
stores.
stations for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
You know
wrong.
what's funny? And you'll hear it when you hear this back. I played clips from early episodes for both of your podcasts, and I was listening because I wanted to get some context, a little bit more context as far as research, as far as coming into this episode. And both of you, in old episodes, you were talking about, obviously you were talking about Nipsey, and I'm sure we'll talk about Nipsey at some point in this episode. But y'all both said that shell on Slauson and Crenshaw, you
Man.
ain't supposed to be there. Like that was like,
Man.
and you both talked about how that area, obviously after Nipsey was tragically taken away from us, the great Nipsey Hussle. But you talked about how gas stations, both of you said it in like back-to-back episodes, like, yeah, gas stations you ain't supposed to be at. And and which is funny because like I would assume that if you're not from there, you don't know that. So you just, if you're a random out of towner, you just pull up, you thinking, okay, I'm just pulling up at this gas station. But like it could really be on as you stop at a gas station.
But you know what, 12 Cal, like nah. Cause I've never been to Detroit.
Mhm.
There's certain hoods I've never been to a lot of different hoods, but when I'm from LA, I take LA everywhere. And every other place is not like LA, but they do have dangerous areas. And if I know, you can sense when you're in a dangerous area. You know what I mean? Well, I know a lot. I guess because I don't know why LA is looked at that, but cats come out here and they see the houses and they think it's I don't know, pretty. I guess it is certain neighborhoods because Ladera Heights is like right there, but you got the bullshit around there. It's right there. You know, Baldwin Hills is up there, but downstairs is the Devil's Kitchen, and it's popping down there. You know what I mean? So it's like, but if I go, I've been to Chicago before. I've been to a lot of places in the U.S. and I still carry myself the same way. When I was with my cousins in Chicago and they had me at a gas station and it was popping, everybody was in there sitting parking lot pimping. I said, "Bro, get me out of here."
Right.
Get me out of here. I have I'm not, I'm cool. I'm here for y'all, but I'm not kicking it over here, bro.
Right.
That's just common sense. They go straight to the alley to go smoke. Bro, what are y'all doing?
So
you know what I'm saying?
It was like that in Oakland too. Like the
Oh,
gas
wow.
station in Oakland, nigga, I was over there off of Higginburger in like 80 something. I was like, nigga, yeah, let me get the fuck in and out of this motherfucker because these niggas is tripping. Like gas stations everywhere, but in LA, burger stands and liquor stores is a motherfucker too. Like the wrong liquor store would get you fucked up. Like nigga, I done had to draw down on niggas in liquor stores multiple times just on some like. And I could just tell by how he looked at me. He was on bullshit. And it's like the funny thing about niggas from out of town, depending on who they are, like I told you, 12 Cal, like if you look like a tourist, niggas ain't gonna fuck with you.
Right.
Like the fucked up thing is like Nipsey Hussle said, like nigga, we run around looking for each other.
Right.
I'm looking for a nigga to look like me, nigga. So if I see you looking like your ass is from the country, nigga, you got cowboy boots on and like you got your southern shit on, nigga. You got on a Coogee sweater and some some Reebok classics, nigga. I'm like, nigga, not from here, nigga. Like, going
You
about
know,
your
you
day.
see it when you see that nigga with the whole North Carolina outfit on with some K Swiss, like we know you from North Carolina. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But they still, hey, Dolomite, June 10th. If you in that area, niggas is riding. They pressing everything.
They pressing
bro.
everything. If you anywhere on Hood Day, they'll press your grandmama. They just on complete bullshit. Like,
don't even think about going to Kennethon Park. Okay, chalk it up.
So what's Hood Day?
Hood Day is like,
and is Hood Day the same for everybody?
We'll call it an anniversary.
Okay.
But it's not an anniversary. It's just kind of like our day. So depending on the number streets that we represent, that'll be our Hood Day. So June 10th is 610. 6 times 10 is 60. Okay. So that's the 6-0's Hood Day.
Just listen to how he break this shit down. He gonna tell you this nigga gonna do this shit in algebra, geometry, and history all at the same time. My nigga, I promise you. Watch.
Yeah, because all of it is like numerology, my nigga. Like ours is June 5th and June 6th because we the 6-5 and the 6-6.
Okay.
So depending on what numbers, so say like it's A-Tray Gangsta or A-Tray Hoover. Like they shit is August 3rd.
August 3rd. That shit
what? 8-3. So whatever neighborhood you in, depending on what street around that motherfucker, look at the calendar. Cause and it also depends on who hood too. Because certain hoods, because they might have more resources than others, like us, we throw our Hood Day at a gas station. So you might be able to ride through our hood like a motherfucker because ain't none of us there. Hood Day, nigga, we all I'm not gonna tell y'all where my Hood Day at, but nigga, we all out celebrating.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, the only niggas probably still in the hood is the Sharks.
Gotcha.
Like they might be patrolling. So just in case a nigga want to come through on some stupid shit, it's gonna be World War III. But the bulk of us, we all out partying.
Gotcha.
12 Cal, just imagine you end up in the wrong situation because you forgot to write on your personal calendar.
What day?
6
What day
O's
it
gonna
was?
be out today. Yeah, like I gotta put that on my personal calendar. Nigga, June 10th. Every year, you might want to avoid this
Man,
area
listen.
for a while.
I learned just from YouTube, man. Just move how you move, but don't be where you. And I say it all the time. Be where you're supposed to be. Like I came out there for my birthday, kicked it with y'all, and anytime I had to move somewhere, I was like, "Hey, is it okay if I go over here?" It was like, "Yeah, man, you can go over there and get." Because like I hit Baylor up, I said, "All right, hey Baylor, I'm going to get some tacos from Nacho Taco. He's on Crenshaw at such and such." And Baylor's like, "Yeah, that's cool. That's right up the street from Dorsey." Da 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 da. And what happened was when I went over there, I don't think I told you this. When I went over there, there was a car or something in the street, so we had to go around. So I had to get on the first street off of Crenshaw, and it was just a residential neighborhood. And I just went down and went up, and then got back on Crenshaw. But in that brief time, like you're riding, I'm riding through this neighborhood, and I mean, I'm just looking like I look. I ain't got no gear on or nothing like that. But one of the things that I realized was, and you really can't tell this from looking at a map in LA, but these streets are long. Like I've never seen this dynamic as far as I don't know who designed the city of LA, but like your streets are long. Some of these streets, like a street like Rosecrans goes for like 18 miles. Like it goes
Rosecrans take you all the way to the water. Crenshaw
right,
damn near is more west, but it's damn near go all the way downtown, but more
right.
west.
So
Yeah,
you know
that shit go from shit like San Pedro to Wilshire. San
and that's a
Pedro the
long way,
city.
folks. That's a
Like
Yep,
long
and
way
way.
because
down there in the water.
yeah,
South.
and
The South Bay.
yeah, if you go north on Crenshaw, then you're gonna run right into a building, but it's
Yeah,
like
to
way down there
Wilshire.
though.
Yeah, to
Yeah, the
take you up to
Wilshire,
Wilshire.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
way deep in like damn near Beverly Hills type area.
Yeah, that
so
shit back there.
so in navigating, you get to high school. Okay, Baylor, where'd you go to high school?
Fremont, Montana. Yep, we was outside East Side niggas. That's the one you call us. Some
Okay.
went left, call us.
Now, is that a blood or Crip high school?
Predominantly Bloods, and
Okay.
my God, but I don't. In all honesty, looking back at it, I'm not sure if they were the majority, but they the ones. They wasn't the ones that really ran the school.
Mhm.
It was
Okay.
the F-13.
And that's Mexican gang.
Yeah, we just gonna leave them alone.
Okay.
We
Those like,
don't,
where'd you
don't
go to
say
high school?
nothing. Don't say nothing positive or negative about them. Just
Just keep it pushing.
F-13. Yeah.
Dolomite, where'd you go to high school?
Compton. All Crips.
Mm.
I
you
think we
know-
might be the only all Crip high school.
Gotta
Wow.
be.
I
Gotta
don't,
be.
I don't think it's no other high school that's just 100% Crip. That's all we had, number Crips.
Okay.
And shit.
Yeah.
A lot of us didn't even get along. That's the crazy part. Like, nigga, we was enemies like a motherfucker. Like,
In school.
yeah, we didn't get along with the Spook Towns, the Farms, the
About
Trag News, the Lantanas. Like, we ain't fuck with none of them niggas.
So how do you have so many gangs in that particular school when I'm just under the assumption that everybody lives within a certain area, a certain radius of the school?
Yeah, probably about a 4 mile radius, if
Okay.
that, like
Wow.
in every direction, and
Okay.
each hood is like a square mile, like
Gotcha.
1 mile by 1 mile. So
Gotcha.
think you got 12 or 13 neighborhoods all
That makes sense.
surrounding the high school. So you got the Park Villages, the Acacia Spooktown Farms, Nutty Block, Raymond Street. And the crazy thing is like Fruit Town was real close to the school, but them niggas went to Centennial. Like some of them blood hoods that's real close to Compton High,
Mhm.
nigga, you better off taking your ass up the block, 'cause you gonna get fucked up.
Right.
You
Right.
know, you don't want to be the only blood at Compton High. Like, I remember one day, some niggas, I don't know if they was shooting dice or what the fuck happened, but this nigga slipped and said blood. We had to get a police escort on the school bus, nigga, for like the next week until that nigga was out the school.
Wow.
Cause they beat the brakes, fenders, and rotors off that nigga. They fucked him up.
So, okay, so you guys get to high school. Baylor, you're at Fremont. Dolomite, you're at Compton High. So Baylor, you do not join a gang.
Nope. I
How
avoided it my whole life.
how did you do that, considering where you lived, where you grew up, and what you were constantly surrounded by? It was what led to that decision? Because I'm sure that wasn't an easy decision.
Oh, it was very easy for me. I seen niggas early. The experiences I seen, you know how you learn from somebody else's experience?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I did. Once I saw, it's not like that, but it can be like that, where it just seemed like these niggas was fighting every day.
Mm.
You gotta understand, I seen fights on every level, from elementary, middle school, high school, college. It's the same ass whoopings with a little bit more power once you get older. These ass whoopings is getting out of control. I avoided joining the game because early, an OG was telling me, bro, if you go that direction, just know you have limitations. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Now that I'm older,
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I went everywhere. Now don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, the same penalties can happen to me. If
Right.
niggas is just tripping that day, they just tripping that day. I'm the easiest target because I'm the one that's next to the niggas you don't like all the time. It don't matter what it is. My brother's from 6-0. I got family members that on my grandfather's side that's from Swans.
Mm.
I don't know them. Majority of my life, I got into it with Swans, with Bloods most of the time.
And
But
Swans are Bloods.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I got into it with them because I went to Fremont all 4 years. But not only that, I stayed near it. I stayed on a block that was ran by Main Streets, but they got money. They went on that shit. They was on that money tip.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to walk. I used to walk to Bethune. Bethune was like 11 blocks away. Fremont was only 3 blocks away from me. But I went to both schools, so I had to deal with the Swans, the East Coast, and the Main Streets for 7 years straight.
Damn.
You know what I
Damn.
mean? So, but the Bloods I had to deal with more because I went to school with them.
Mm-hmm.
But they just be on one, bro. I grew up looking at Crips like they was more mellow, cool, laid back, Snoop Doggies type shit, Ice T. These niggas is
Like this
cool.
guy right here.
Coolest nigga, and Dolomite gotta be top five. It's Snoop, Ice T, him,
Nip.
Quick up there. He a little antsy, but Quick
Quick or
up there too.
Damu.
No, I'm just yeah, that's true. But he
DJ Quick
cool
from Street
though.
Side.
But
Yeah.
but he cool though, and that's the thing. When it came to the Bloods, dog, I always got into it with them niggas. They was always tripping, bro.
Cause the
They
funny
was
thing is
always tripping.
DJ Quick not as cool as y'all niggas think he is. DJ Quick a sock a nigga out quick.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why they call him Quick, cause he quick to take off on the nigga. Like DJ Quick was like, that rap shit. That was a persona, nigga. That nigga was turned
Yeah,
the fuck up.
Dang, so
yeah.
My
not
stepdad
surprised.
almost you know put a bullet in that nigga,
Wow.
cause from the streets, DJ Quick was known.
And and that's another thing that kept me away from that lifestyle. You
Mhm.
hear niggas reputations out the gate. You know how many fights Man had, won and lost.
Yeah.
And most of
You-
these niggas
And
have
you
a
ain't
winning
messing with him.
record. And for the niggas that got beat up but still fighting, you don't want to fight them niggas either. Cause them niggas is gonna fight.
They got a
Right.
chip on their shoulder.
They gonna fight, they gonna try to make an example, bro. And
Mhm.
I seen that a lot of innocent cats get caught up in that shit.
So were
Cause
you ever
you can't help who you related to, and you can't help who you cool with. You know what
so
I'm
did
saying?
so in saying that what you just said, were you ever concerned the fact that I'm out here, I'm a lone ranger. I'm solo dog. I mean, like, so you're in this neighborhood, you're not affiliated with the Swans, you going to school with these Bloods that you're getting into. Are you ever thinking, okay, well, damn, I don't have no protection. If somebody stepped to me, I literally it's just me by myself.
No, you got protection. You just gonna have as much as they do. This niggas, this nigga, because you go to school in they hood, and so that's why I was smart. I got into it with them niggas after practice before. I got into a couple physical altercations with them before, to the point where they just knew my face. The problem is them niggas recruit like crazy. They niggas from the ground up since birth, my nigga.
Right.
So it's a lot of young niggas that's in that like middle school or elementary under me, and soon as I get out of school, these niggas is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm on the basketball team. We already know about every hood got those niggas that look out for the basketball players. Guess what? Not all basketball players got looked after like that.
Right.
Not all of them had that. Not all of them had that gang member angel saying, "Nah, lead them young." No, nigga, it wasn't like that in every hood. Cause some of them old niggas was still acting young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like some of the best, not to say it like that, but like nigga, you had to be like a generational talent to get that protection. Like nigga, you had to be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that nigga going to the league, leave that nigga alone.
Like Baron
If
Davis
you,
or somebody like that.
yeah, like nigga, if you was like a bench rider or you was averaging like 8 points a game, nah, cuz you can still gang bang, nigga. You can still be from the set.
Right.
And 12 cal, 9 times out of 10, when you say certain player names, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I'm definitely a innocent bystander,
Right.
nigga. I don't have ties to nobody,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me as dangerous. But at least I can go. I can go just about anywhere.
Right.
I can go, but that doesn't mean that I'm safe.
Oh, no doubt.
Because if they see me in Dolomite, every time them niggas pop out and they see me in Dolomite walking to the swap meet, see me at the grocery store or something like that, because he gotta always think 2-3 steps ahead more than me.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where, if he gotta go somewhere, especially if he gonna be outside.
Right.
And stop going to girls' houses. We already know that right there, all right? We gotta stop doing that.
Of
all
course,
right.
of course.
But he gotta think 2-3 steps ahead of me, because he can go anywhere he want to go, but it comes with restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And awareness.
So let me flip it to you, Dolomite. You're in the neighborhood, and then what led you to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna join the Nutty Block Crips?
I was
And how old were you?
Shit, like 14.
Okay.
Because the thing is, it's like with me, it's a family thing.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like, because Baylor moved around, I didn't. Like that's the only hood I knew. So it was like my uncles, my mom, like
your mom?
a bunch
Okay.
of my cousins, they all from the hood. And it's not like my mom was like be from the set. But like I knew she was. So like when it come to everybody who I was around growing up, like, and I moved too, but my home base was in the hood.
Right.
So even though my mom moved us to Rialto when we was little to get me away from that shit, she moved us to Pomona, and we was all, I'll come back to the hood. Nigga, every time my dad come pick me up, drop me off on Gunlock at grandma's house, and I'm with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, nigga, this is what I know. Like no matter where I live at, this is where I'm at.
Right.
I'm back in the hood. I'm with the homies. So it's like when I went to Compton High, it was like, oh nigga, where you from? Oh, I don't bang. You walk to school with the nutties. You live in the nutties. You hang out with the nutties. You go home in the nutties. You wear blue every day. Nigga, you from Nutty Block. So it was like, well, shit. Fuck it. All right. It is what it is at this point, because it's like, nigga, you rather get your ass whooped with no backup or get your ass whooped with backup.
We're back up. Right.
You much rather be able to call the homies like, I'm with these niggas,
Mm-hmm.
than to be like, oh no, I don't bang. I'm a civilian.
Right.
And you getting your ass whooped just because you kicking it with all the niggas
because
who you claim you
people
not
grew up
with.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
these is your friends. These is niggas you built lowrider models with. You done ride skateboards with these niggas. You done slept at these niggas' house. They done slept at your house. All they uncles and aunties know all your uncles and aunties. They know both your parents. Like, nigga, this is my family.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not born into it, you could be one of them niggas that just You could be a academic type of nigga. But like he said, when you're around them niggas for so long, nigga, you'll wake up on a random Thursday like, bro, you gotta get put on.
Right.
Yeah, like literally, just because you hang out,
Yeah.
like, cuz you be in the set too much, cuz like nigga, you over here in the Grandies every day, all day, cuz come to the back real quick. We want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And that's
Boom,
it.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Well,
See,
you
my
finna go
my longest stint was on the east side, but I stayed I stayed in Compton twice. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Yeah,
stayed in a gang of different areas, and that's why it's like I got protection on both sides, but I can't stop both sides. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If that makes sense.
Well, that
You
makes
know, it's
total
like
sense.
no, I mean for real. And it's sad when we go to a funeral, and then my brother leaned over. He was like, "Dog, that's your cousin." And I was like, "Yeah, we all related." Nigga, he was like, "Man, we was about to chip that nigga." Not knowing each other in the streets. You know what I mean? It's weird like that. And just like I gotta be like, bro, shit, like what's you know what I
And he's
mean?
saying this
But
at a funeral.
at our cousin funeral. At our cousin funeral.
Shit, nigga, we had a cousin that we knew was our cousin, and we was still gonna fuck him over
Mm.
because he went to go be from the niggas across the street. He wanted to be from Farm Dogs. So we like,
Oh.
nigga, you basically flipped on the family, nigga. Oh man, these my homeboys. We don't give a fuck, nigga. We your cousins, nigga. These is your brothers, nigga.
So how would that
Fuck
be
your
if he came to
friend.
grandma's house? Yo, he came to your grandma's house.
He couldn't come to grandma's. We're gonna fuck him up.
And I'm not going and
Okay.
Dolomite invited me and I'm not coming. I'm not showing up.
Yeah,
And I know the food is fire there, but
Oh, the
I
food's
heard
definitely
both
fire.
of them niggas was gonna be there. Nope.
yeah, but the thing is, he wasn't coming. He knew better. Like
Mhm.
eventually, when we got older and more mature, he started coming around. But like, nigga, when we was in them ages and them 19s and 20s, and like when we was still all on the bullshit, like, nah, nigga, go ahead, come over here. We dare you.
Mhm.
You know, cause we gonna give you the respect of a family member to let you know not to come. Like it ain't like we gonna trick you into coming.
Right.
But if you do decide to come, we gonna fuck you up.
Mhm.
You know, like nigga. So how bad you want to see grandma? Nigga, call her on the phone.
So that leads me to my next question, Dolomite. I'll start with you. So you get to that point, and like even when I go back, when I think about, and I've talked to you guys about this, individually. Like my first introduction to Bloods and Crips was through the news. I grew up in Florence, South Carolina, small town. Didn't know anything. The music hadn't even really gotten to me by that time because this is like 85, 86 maybe. And I think if you look at like the murder rates numbers or something like that in LA at that particular time, it was one year, I think it was like 500 people. And I'm just going off the top of my head, but it's like the numbers were crazy. Like there was literally people getting murdered, gang members getting murdered every single day. And and what caught my attention was it was the first story on the national news. So like this is Tom Brokaw on NBC, and his first report is about gangbang in LA. And so that it came to my attention like this. I'm like, what is this? Like, and so you started hearing more stories. And, I'm always interested to hear because that time from my recollection, my memory, it's really seemed to be really, really bad. Now you guys have told me, individually and about how bad it was. But when you hear people talk about gang banging and LA in the 80s, Dolomite, how crazy was it as far as because you were obviously younger? How crazy was it back then, like 85 to like 87, 88, 89?
Like it was literally like menace to society. Like the crazy thing is because of where I grew up, I didn't really see as much of it as I heard it.
Okay.
Like, did nobody fuck with us like that? Like I remember like talking to like some of my older homies about that shit. They was like, nigga, we ran Compton. Like nigga, in the worst of times of gang banging, like nigga, the police was scared to come over here.
Damn.
So it was like I remember like when I was little, when I first moved to Pomona, because I moved to Pomona, I think we moved to Pomona with like 85, 86, like when I was real little.
Mhm.
Nigga, Pomona, it was way more turned up than when I lived in Compton. Because when I lived in Compton, niggas was scared to come over there.
Wow.
Like the homies would tell me all type of shit they was doing, but nigga, didn't nobody come to my neighborhood with none of that bullshit because nigga, we was Dennis Rodman, nigga. We was Ben Wallace, nigga. We was the greatest defensive team ever, nigga. You come over there, nigga, you ain't going back home, nigga. That's a one-way trip. But when I lived in Pomona, they was literally shooting like every night. Like it was literally like, yeah, everybody lay down, cause y'all already know it's coming.
Wow.
Like, nigga, they was coming through tearing up shit. Like, I remember motherfuckers was coming to the door, like, calling my mom, like, help, I'm hit. You know, it was fucked up in Pomona. Like, nigga, that's like one of those cities where, you know, like Compton, Watts, LA, Long Beach, because they got better rappers, they're known. Because that's a whole nother thing. Like, and you know, Baylor could probably attest to this. Like, I don't feel like where we from is no more dangerous than nowhere else, but we got the best marketing for our bullshit than anybody.
Yeah.
Nigga, we got the best movies, we got the best rap songs. So it's just marketed to where it's like, damn, nigga, that's LA, that's crazy. Because you see Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
That was our introduction.
You
yeah.
listen to
We
MCA.
was attracted to all of that because, like, we looked at, you know, when they started coming out with the documentaries and the movies about the South, you know, we was glued to that. You know what I'm saying? Paid in Full is one of my favorite movies because it's like you seeing their version of their culture, their hood over there. You know what I'm saying? So you come this way, like, nigga, in the 90s, they had uniforms and shit. Like, you know, it don't matter. These niggas had on some Dickies or some Levi's, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna represent their color, you know what I'm saying? You see a nigga like draped up and dripped out in purple, and it's like, you laugh if you want to, but it's a whole area of just a sea of purple. You know what I mean? And you get away.
Yeah, because the thing is,
Mind your business.
Back in the day, you knew a gangbanger when you saw one.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
back in the day, it was khakis, chucks, cut off khakis, long socks. Like a lot of what cholos wear now, we was wearing in the 80s. Like in the 80s,
corduroy house
nigga,
slippers.
yeah, we was wearing the Nick kickers. Niggas was wearing golf hats, big t-shirts, you know, like the high tube socks up to the kneecap. Like that's how the niggas was dressing. The cholos, they like appropriated our culture.
Okay, now
like,
who are the cholos? I'm
the
asking 'cause I don't
Mexicans,
know. Okay,
the
okay.
baldies, like the way Mexicans dress is how niggas was dressing in the 80s, like with the Nike Cortez. Like back in the day, we was wearing Nike Cortez. Now they wearing that shit. You know, nowadays though, like nigga gangbangers is dressed like anybody else. Nigga, the gangbangers is dressed like the rappers.
They
Because I
dress
tell
like they
niggas all the
signed up.
time, nigga, you see gangbangers in Compton and they got McQueens on.
Yeah.
A nigga will run up on you with some red bottoms on, a Gucci polo, and some purple label jeans with a 45 in his pocket.
Wow.
Niggas dress
Like, nigga,
they
what
dress
state you
like
from?
they signed a Def Jam or something.
Exactly. These niggas is dressed like, however, like shit. Remember in the jerking movement, a nigga run up on you with some purple skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans.
You know, like nigga with a fucking a fish fucking drawn into his haircut and be with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
So okay, so then as you get older, Baylor, you go off to college, Dolomite, you stay in the hood and you graduate and you're moving on. I guess my next question, are you feeling nostalgic for the golden eras of rap and soul music? If so, tune in to the Rap Soul Podcast. We are your weekly journey through the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, spotlighting the music and the hidden gems that shaped the soundtrack of our lives. From the powerful beats to the soulful melodies, we bring you the best of the past with fresh insights and stories. Rediscover the music that defined a generation. Subscribe to the Rap Soul Podcast and enjoy the vibes. If you want a podcast where culture, conversation, and life collide, where you get insightful commentary, engaging discussions, and a fresh perspective on everything, then you need to listen to the 12 Kyle podcast. Hosted by the one and only, yours truly, 12 Kyle, a voice that you know and trust. This podcast will bring you thought-provoking moments, compelling stories, and a whole lot of fun. Whether you're a first-time listener or just tuning in, Each episode promises to be something new and exciting. So sit back, relax, join 12 Kyle, myself, and my guests as we break down the world around us and give you stories that you've never heard before, from nostalgic throwbacks to everything in between. The 12 Kyle podcast is a front row seat to this conversation. Subscribe now and never miss an episode of the 12 Kyle podcast, where the vibe is always real and the discussion is always worth your time. Question, Dolomite, the next level for you, because now you're a young adult. You know what I'm saying? Now it could be up at any moment, any given day. Did it get to a point where it was like, this is too dangerous for me to be doing it? Or did you just feel like this is just what we do?
It's just what we do. Like it's kind of like, you know, depending on what level you are, because like, you know, like I said, it's a difference between members and bangers. Like members are just niggas who damn near like a victim of their circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm here, this is what we do, so I'm just doing it because this is what we do. Like the closest way that I could illustrate it is Kane was a member, O-Dog was a banger.
Gotcha.
So even though Kane was with the bullshit, you saw Kane run up on a nigga with the red 5.0, like nigga, he with all the dumb shit too, my nigga. He packed a pistol, he sold dope, but he wasn't with like just a complete, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm with everything. Like
Right.
gang bangers are O-Dog. Like I tell niggas like from out of state, like nigga, we wasn't impressed by O-Dog. I know 20 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was related to 4 or 5 O-Dogs. Like nigga, O-Dog wasn't no, oh my God, he's the America's nightmare. Nigga, O-Dog is 20 niggas who I kick it with every day. Like, I know a bunch of niggas like that. Like, they don't give a fuck about shit. Cause at the end of the day, like, nigga, we knew what song we wanted played at our funeral. Like,
Wow.
nigga, we had that shit planned out already. Like, yeah, nigga, you know, I want them niggas to play Crossroads, nigga. Then I want them niggas to play Gangsta Lean. I want bitches crying and, you know, I want niggas throwing money in the casket. I want y'all niggas to wear all blue, nigga. Like, it's like, nigga, it is what it is, nigga. If it happened, it happened. You know, like, niggas ain't afraid of no ass whooping or no bullets, my nigga. It just happens. That's what we here for. We signed up for it. Like, we knew the job was dangerous when we took it, my nigga. It's like, it is what it is. But as far as like members, yeah, we understand the dangers that come with the job, but we also don't mind finding a better opportunity.
Right.
So like with me, it's like, yeah, I'm down with it because these is my niggas. But at the end of the day, if I get a good job, I'm out. You know, because a lot of people don't understand that. Like, they think it's really blood in, blood out. Like, oh, you got to get jumped off the set. Oh, you ain't came to the hood. Nigga, all it take is for a nigga to have a daughter. And they gonna be like, all right, cuz, you know, good luck with your future endeavors. We're gonna miss you. You know, take lots of pictures, write us. You know, all it takes is for a nigga to get a good job at the oil refinery or at the Department of Water and Power or the post office. And you're no longer a gangbanger, my nigga. Like, you know how many niggas done just, hey, cuz, I just had a son. Y'all niggas ain't finna see me no more. All right, cuz, you know, good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
So most members, that's kind of what happens with members. Like, we'll never stop representing the set, but like, you know, it just is what it is. Like, you know, you hope nothing happens because cool niggas always get killed.
Right.
You know, like, to me, that was always like a thing with me. Like, the reason I always kept a pistol is because I would always tell niggas, whenever you watch the movies, it's always the cool nigga with no gun that get killed.
No gun.
You know, so I would always say, like, nigga, I'm a cool ass nigga, homie. So if motherfuckers come up my street, one thing I was always known for in my hood was like, nigga, don't come down gun lock with that bullshit. Cause if I'm outside, I'm Ben Wallace. Like, nigga, I'm playing the same defense I grew up watching the homies play. Like, nigga, who car is that?
Right.
You know, like, nigga, how bad you want it?
You know, one of the things I think that was really profound that you said, you and I were having a conversation. I think we were talking on the phone, and because me and these guys, we talk every day. I mean, if we ain't texting in the group chat, we on the phone. Aside from our podcast, but I was asking like what was the mentality of, because from the outside looking in, people will say, well, I can't believe that you would join a gang that would be so destructive to your community. And you said something to me that was very profound, amongst other things. You said and I'm paraphrasing, you said, well, take 5 of your best and your closest friends, and you're in 7th grade. You said, and of the 5 of your best friends, 4 of them get put on in the gang. What you gonna do? He said, now these are the dudes that you run with every single day. And at that point, I thought about where I was in 7th grade. I was a kid who was angry because my parents had just gotten divorced. And so I had to move from one side of it. And now, granted, I was in Florence, South Carolina. There was no gangs there. There allegedly are gangs there now. I don't know. But I was angry because my parents had gotten divorced, and their divorce shifted my focus because it'd be different if I had seen my parents argue, or if my dad was going upside my mama's head. Like there were never heard them fuss or nothing. So just coming up to your kids one day, and you guys, having been married and being married, understand like what a divorce can do. So, and the effect that it had on me. But I thought back to being in the 7th grade, and now 4 of my closest friends join the gang. Well, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm going to do the same thing. Like that would have been a no brainer for me. So, Baylor, I'll throw it to you. As you're moving now, you're out of high school, you've gone off to college. Did you ever get the sense of like, I'm going to get away from this permanently? Or is it because that's where you're from, there's always a level of PTSD that kind of sticks with you?
No, them niggas dance too. Them niggas was going to the club and the lounges with us and dressing just as good or better. You know what I mean? So that was a whole nother, because once you get to that level, these niggas is somehow, and we still going to. I think the house parties never really stop. They just more popular in middle school and high school because y'all don't know nothing outside of that. College is a whole totally different beast. We going to lounges, we going to clubs, we going to dorm parties, we going to parties in the mansion, we going where the women are at, and they everywhere. So if we going there, these niggas is gonna be there too. And sometimes you going to not necessarily their neighborhood, but somewhere close by. You're gonna have to deal with them niggas from the jungles if you go up to Baldwin Hills. There's some bad ones up there, bro. We talking about
But is it worth it?
maybe it is worth it. You at home.
You ain't even
It's
thinking
just
that deep into it at that age.
Okay.
we talking about, bro. It's just like it's just like your neighborhood. Just insert your neighborhood, and all you gotta do is just put gang members there. But you know all the areas to go to. You know what I mean? And there's gangs everywhere. And I'm talking about every goddamn where, except for the areas where, they tax dollars go a little bit further, you know. But outside of that, bro, you can go to OC. You can kick some dust up out there. The IE got some. It's different levels, and depending on how much you've been through or the niggas that some of them you don't really necessarily care about, But at the end of the day, once you get older, you don't. Once you get to that, you get closer to your 30s and stuff like that. Especially the gang, like this era. Get them. They like flies. Get them niggas out my face. Niggas really don't have time for that shit. And it's all different. This is a whole new era that I've never seen them before in my life, because this is the first time I've seen niggas get money together, but as friends. This is just not like no business transaction. That's why Nip would probably go down as one of the best LA niggas of all time, because he had the respect from a lot of different.
Yeah. Did he freeze
Anyone
or
comes close. I don't think anyone comes close to the impact that Nip has over this city.
No question.
And that's because of where he's from, what he represent. We ain't never seen nothing like that before. I've never seen nothing like that before. And I'm a K-Dot fan, and I'm a Nip fan, which the difference between the two. And quite honestly, we need both of them. And then Nip was who I thought, Snoop was going to be. We got niggas like Ice Cube, but that's like more of an entertainment thing to me. When I bring up Nip name, or if I bring up K Dot name, it's more on a street level. I can relate. You know what I'm saying? Because I've met both of these cats. I've seen these cats in person before it was to the point where they were superstars. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, two different hoods, two different neighborhoods, two different backgrounds. But it's like, nah, that you don't never really get away from it. But the older you get, it just doesn't bother you as much. And I'm nowhere near it anymore.
Mhm.
But it's still there. I still moved a certain way. I still move a certain way. I still work in LA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I work in Inglewood. So it's like I still keep my eyes open. You know, my son work out here. I tell him, no, you come out here, you don't sit in one spot. If you come out here and you got some idle time, take your ass to Santa Monica. Go to the beach or something like that until your shift start. You know what I mean? Because he don't know nothing about the city. Not like that. He left. We took him to the IE before he started middle school.
Wow.
So he don't really know none of this. And Bailey's so far removed. She don't even know where LA is.
That that's a perfect segue. I'll throw it to you, Dolomite. One of the things that I really love and respect about what you do on your podcast, you never hid the fact that you're a Nutty Block Crip, and I told you this off air before, you never make it sound like it was some cool shit to do. So becoming a father, having Deuce and Brown, your daughter and your son, if Deuce came to you one day and said, "Dad, I want to get put on," what are you saying?
I'm gonna fuck him up. Like he know that. Like that shit not cool. Like I've been telling him that shit since he was born. Like, because like if you look at like his baby pictures and shit, like even like his first crib, his first room decorations, all the decorations at the baby shower, everything was New York Yankee, everything.
Okay.
And it was like at a certain point, I'm like, nigga, I'm fucking tripping. Like, I don't want to put this on my son. Because like even one of my cousins, like he was doing that with his son. Like one day when we was little, not we was little, we was younger. And he had his son. And he like, what set you from? The son was like, yeah, Nutty Block Crip. I'm like, nigga, don't do that shit with that little nigga, man. Like, because that's what happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we was little niggas running around just, trying to be kids, and the big homies, like to them it's funny.
Right.
To have us on some gang banging shit, because like there was a time when I lived in Mount Piru when I was little. And I was fighting every day, not even realizing why. Like, nigga, because I'm wearing blue every day. These little niggas tripping and I'm tripping. Like, nigga, the fuck? And I'm talking about, nigga, I was in second grade. In literally, nigga, I ain't even 10 years old. And I'm fighting every day on some gang banging shit because I don't even realize these niggas bloods. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck y'all niggas mad because I got blue on, nigga? Fuck you, nigga. It is what it is. But that's just kind of how a lot of us are socialized into it. But like I said, like I've never been a crash out. It's just never been my thing. Like, even when, you talk to certain niggas and they like, oh man, I would have been in jail or dead. I never thought that.
Okay.
I had always been intelligent. Like, yeah, I might have been on some ignorant shit, but I wasn't never stupid. Especially because like a whole lot of what I learned from my stepdad, funny enough, he never really, walked in what he taught me, but it all stayed with me. Like I remember when I was younger and he would tell me about prison because 90% of the time he raised me from jail.
Okay.
Like a lot of what I learned from him was on phone calls from the pen. Like, nigga, ain't nothing in here but butts and nuts. My nigga, ain't no bitches in here.
Pause.
Yeah, literally. Like, he like, you don't want to be in this motherfucker. It ain't nothing cool in here. Like, don't let these niggas tell you prison cool. Don't let these niggas tell you it's fun in here and all that stupid shit, nigga. Like, even another one of my big homies from my hood was telling me, he was like, nigga, you know what the fuck you got to do to get a visit in here? Like, do you know what you have to do every time you get a visit, nigga? You got to bend over, spread that shit, and cough. Every time. On the way in and on the way out, nigga. Do you want to do that? He like, nigga, you want to see your family, you excited for the visit, but like, nigga, it's very demeaning. Like, nigga, prison ain't cool. You know, my stepdad used to always tell me like certain shit, like don't do nothing with your friends. You know, a friend, a co-defendant ain't nothing but a snitch. Like nigga, you doing some shit with a motherfucker who you might have been cool with this nigga since y'all was in the sandbox. This nigga will tell on you. Nigga send you to prison for the rest of your fucking life.
Facts.
You know, so a lot of the shit, you know, like the way that I say it on the show, why I don't glorify it is because I know the fucked up part of it. You know, like I say, like the homie Baby Woody. Like the episode, I forgot the number, but I had the light blue jacket on with the Compton High logo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I talked about him on the show before. Like, nigga, that nigga was supposed to do 95 years.
Wow.
But he got out after about 25. You know, he was the nigga who made that jacket that I had on. That's his clothing line. He out now.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like, the reason I don't really say free certain niggas is because I got homeboys and I know they did that shit. You
So
know,
they should
so
be
it's like as much as you want to say free the homies, it's like, nigga, what if you was on the other side of that shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, cause I done been on both sides. Like, nigga, my baby cousin Pookie, like, nigga, he got gunned down at 16. He wasn't no gangbanger.
Mm.
You know, nigga, when we went to court and we seen, you know, the homies of the niggas who killed my cousins, like, we was waiting outside for them.
Mm.
You know, because like we on some real shit, we was mad when the nigga got caught. You
'Cause you
know,
wanted
cause we wanted to get him. Like, no, nigga, don't worry about it, nigga. Don't trip police. We got him.
street justice. That's what they
Yeah,
call it.
you know, cause that's the thing. It's like it's not cool at the end of the day. Like,
Mhm.
because just like, you know, the rappers is making these songs, it's like, nigga, these are real people they talking about.
Right. Real
You know, like
situations.
when the Chicago niggas was talking about the whole smoking Tuka thing, like that shit not cool. That's somebody's son. That's
Mhm.
somebody's brother. That's somebody's cousin, nigga. That shit not funny. You know, so when it come to a whole lot of this shit, like that's why, like, as dope as the game is as a rapper, like I told niggas, like I hated the documentary 2.0.
Mm.
Because even though the music was good, it was like a fucking gangbang commercial. Like, he made gangbanging sound so fashionable. And it's like, bitch ass nigga, it's not cool. Like, and it's always the niggas who wasn't like that
Right.
who try
Right.
to make the shit sound like it was the flyest shit. Like, the game wasn't like that, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck how much love these niggas show him and pretend he was something special. Like, bitch ass nigga, you wasn't like that. You know, so even though they accept you because of what you represented in the music industry, because of what you represented and what you did as far as, you know, putting money in niggas' pockets and shit. But like, nigga, you wasn't built like that. So for you to try to make gangbanging seem like it was some type of like fly shit to do, like, you a bitch for that shit. Because niggas who really was on that side of it, like niggas who really done lost homeboys, like, you know, been shot at. Like I tell niggas, nigga, getting shot at is not cool, my nigga. Like, it's not fly. It ain't like in the movies. Like,
Mm-mm. Them
seeing
real
niggas
bullets.
get shot. Yeah, like, nigga, that shit not cool, my nigga. Like, being in a shootout is not fun. It's not sexy. It's not bop, 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 nigga, I'm holding the gun sideways. Do 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 do.
Mm-mm.
Nigga, it's not as fashionable as it seems like in the movies, my nigga. It's nothing scarier than waiting for the police to knock on your door.
Right. Right.
You know, like, consequences is much more scary than, you know, the stupid shit that they show you in the movies. Like, it's not cool. Nothing about it is cool. You know, like the fun of hanging with your homeboys is cool. But like with Baylor, like, nigga, you can hang out with all these same niggas without joining.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
You can have all the same fun, go to the same parties, fuck the same bitches without being a
Yeah.
member.
So
Yeah.
so Baylor, what about you? Your son's what, 19? No, 20, right?
19.
19. Okay. What happens if he comes to you and says, "Hey, this is what I want to do"?
That nigga not built for that. I ain't got to worry about that. You're a pretty boy. You're a pretty boy. You ain't got to worry about that one. I ain't got to worry
Mhm.
about that. He didn't stay. He dealt with it when he was on the football team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because those was cats that grew up together. But nah, he not on that. He a hothead, but you know he not even in these LA streets like that.
Okay. Okay.
You
Well,
know, the furthest I have, I let him go to Long Beach, and that's about it. You know what I mean? And Long Beach they not no chumps either. It's like, mainly all Crips over there, but still, it's a much safer area than any other areas that I would want them to go to. Where I was from.
Right. So
Yeah, because
Dolomite,
Long Beach got areas.
I've heard. Dolomite, one of our favorites, Baylor's favorite, your favorite, my favorite, Nipsey Hussle, told my mama, I'm a gangbang graduate, pioneered this cripping wasn't easy, but I mastered it. So what was the transition from I don't want to say getting out of the game, but being active for you? Because like I'm under the assumption that for some it's the birth of a child, for some it's seeing your homie get killed, seeing this one go to jail, that one go to jail, and just be like, man, I can't do this no more. Was there a specific event for you, or was it just something that happened over a period of time?
It was kind of like a period of time. Like, I started driving school buses. Me and my wife got together, like, and like certain people in your life will like kind of like bring you into reality, and it's like, is it really that cool? Like, like you doing this shit, but like for what?
Right.
And then like you start to get older and more mature, and then you just start to like ask yourself, like, what the fuck am I doing? Because like I said, like when I had Deuce, I still was somewhat in that mindset. So like there's pictures of Deuce with Yankee hats on. There's pictures of me and Deuce, we both Yankeed up. Like, and then like the fucked up thing about it is it's so many people in the hood that still got the mindset of like, this is life for us.
Right.
So like I'm putting the pictures on Facebook, and this motherfuckers in their 50s like, yeah, that's right. You got the baby already. He on this Yankee shit, nigga. That's right. Like, yeah, I see his room with all the Yankee shit. That's right. And then I'm like, nah, that's not right. Because like you said, like I just had one of those moments. Like, what if this nigga decided to, like, daddy, I want to be from the hood. Like, I'm not gonna be happy with that. So like, let me just remove all of this shit. Like, let me remove everything, because no matter what you tell your kids, they gonna follow your example.
Exactly.
Like, if you smoke cigarettes, you can tell your kids literally every day, don't smoke cigarettes. And because they so used to seeing their parents smoke cigarettes, they gonna pick up cigarettes. They gonna try it. Like, fuck what you told me, nigga. If it was as bad as you say it was, you wouldn't have been doing it.
Exactly.
So like that's why like I had to like really take steps back off that shit. Cause like even when it come to like going to hood days, like I kind of just stopped going.
Okay.
Like nigga, probably about 4 years ago, nigga. Like I just stopped going to the hood day because I used to go.
Do you ever get any pushback for that? Like, and why not so much going to hood day, but just as far as like, man, Lil Ant don't come around no more. Why you don't come around no more, Lil Ant? Do you ever get that?
Nah, cause I'm not a little nigga.
Okay.
Like attendance is only pushed on little niggas. Because when you a little nigga, it's kind of like you don't have no reason to not be in the hood. If you claiming the set and you supposedly turned up and you flying the flag, like, nigga, you should be around here, nigga. Like, you supposed to be on the front lines. You a soldier.
Right.
But when you a general, nigga, you're not expected to be on the battlefield. Like, nigga, I've graduated from that. So now when I come to the hood, it's just kind of like, yeah, cuz, how's life been? Like, man, I heard you bought a house. Oh, you doing that comedy shit, man. I be seeing you on Instagram, man. You fucking that shit up, man. Like, damn, we ain't seen you in a minute. It's like any friends that you ain't seen in a while. It's like in college. Like, nigga, I'm like a fucking alumni now.
Right.
Like I'm not expected to come to class every day no more, my nigga. Like I'm just here to visit. Yeah, like, nigga, I'll come back for the homecoming, which is the hood day. Like, that's like what the hood day. The hood day is like the homecoming. Like, all the OGs from all over, we all come to congregate and party and, talk to the little niggas and dance and kick it, tell old war stories and shit. And then we go on about our motherfucking day. But like, there's also another level to the hood day, which happens when the sun is out, which is politicking. Little niggas getting put on, niggas getting DP, motherfuckers getting put off. A DP is discipline where, You might have done some funky shit. You might have did some slick shit. You might have turned down the fade in jail, or like did some bullshit, and niggas gotta put some lumps on your head behind that shit. Like, the hood, they can be bad for certain niggas, especially when your name fucked up. So a whole lot of while, sometimes I would go to hood days a lot past, my time of being active was, nigga, I just want to keep my name good. I want to show my face in the hood, because there have been times when, like, I've been going to the liquor store and a little homie pressed me like, "Hey, cuz, where you from?" And I'm like, "Nigga, who the fuck is you talking to right now? Like, nigga, who is your big homie? Like, nigga, who's your daddy? Like, nigga, go ask your daddy who I am. Like, nigga, is you even from here? Like, nigga, you can't be from this motherfucker if you don't know who I am, cause like the fuck?"
Right.
Cause it happened. Now I'm coming out the liquor store and some little nigga pressed his little line, asked me where I was from, and then one of the other big homies came like, "Cuz, that's Lil Ant, nigga, what the fuck?" And the funny thing was, he was like, "Lil Ant," cause the thing is, back in the day, I used to have braids.
Okay.
My hair was real long, and I got the beard now. So he like, "Nigga used to be on Exmore at Leroy House playing Madden." I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Nigga, I'm Lee Quan cousin." Like, "Nigga, what the fuck you pressing me for then, nigga?" And I ain't even recognize you. Like, "Yeah, nigga, because I'm 20 years older than I was last time you saw me, nigga."
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, I still show my face because it's little niggas getting put on every day. Like Baylor said, my nigga, like, niggas is always recruiting. Like, nigga, especially where I'm from, because that's another thing when it comes to why certain hoods is stronger than others. Like, there's certain hoods where it might be 12 niggas from the hood.
Right.
There's other hoods where 75% of the niggas in that age bracket is banging.
Got to.
So like in my hood, it was like, nigga, if you here, you probably from here. It's way more rare for a nigga to not be from the set and live in the set than a nigga to be, just running around riding bikes and we just letting that nigga slide. Like, nah, cuz, come over here.
And then the thing is, y'all really have, like I said, if you pull it up on a map, you can see y'all have some big ass neighborhoods. Like, and you mentioned before, like the 60s. That geographically, that area, I mean, like, you could have so many people because there's so many houses in a relatively, it's not, I can't even say it's a relatively small area, because these street blocks are what we call long street blocks. It ain't no, you take 10 steps up and you at the corner. No, you got to go quarter, maybe a half a mile, and before you hit the corner, and then that's boxed in by another corner, so forth and so on. And the streets are numbered. So you basically know where you are. Baylor, for you moving away, you're from the city. Your wife, Marcy, shout out to Marcy. She went to Dorsey High. She's from the city. How important was it for y'all to get out of LA? Okay, is he talking? I can't hear you.
I can't hear him. You muted, Baylor.
Are you?
I did mute myself. My
Okay,
bad.
there you go. All right, so go
I
ahead.
forgot. No, it's safer where I'm at. Much safer. You gotta switch up your neighbors and stuff like that.
Community, man.
It ain't. Hey, if my community is gated, why y'all keep getting through?
Hey, man, I came to this man's house. I got off the plane. I went straight to his house, and I was like, wow, this is really nice.
That nigga live in a mastermind community.
Hey, man, I seen dogs with 3-piece suits all get walked. But go ahead.
Exactly.
There's
not Fiji water coming out they faucet.
It's much more safer over there. Very diverse area and stuff like that. But it's just a peace of mind, bro. Like when we were younger, we used to hear those jokes about Rancho Cucamonga and stuff like that. But where Day stayed at is cool. It's hot, but it is much. It's like Dolomite said. That's where all the retired gang members is at. That's where you look at your neighbor and he look dangerous, but the nigga got a poodle. His life has changed, but the nigga he well respected. He got a broken down lowrider in his driveway, his cement collecting oil, but he cool. The nigga like just super cool. You always see him. So it's like I love it where I'm at. If I was to move back to the city, it's definitely on the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere over there close to the beach. Venice, Pasadena is beautiful, but you know how much them houses go for. That's a different type of money.
Yeah,
That's like billionaire. You know what I'm saying? From
Shit.
Florence type of money. You know what I
No,
mean?
I don't know any billionaires from Florence, but if you say so.
It's a
what
lot of
what
bloods in Pasadena though.
what about you, Dolomite? The
Shit.
idea to move out to the IE, how is that fared for you? And I know you're comfortable out there.
Yeah, it's cool. Like the crazy thing is I live in San Bernardino.
Okay.
So San Bernardino it's still they still with the bullshit in Dino. But the
Hmm.
difference between Dino and Compton is you know where you're cool and where you're not cool in Dino.
Okay.
Like in the Inland Empire, like Baylor said, even though they got their spots, they're spots. Like when you in the city, nigga, once you cross the 605, you in
Hmm.
somebody hood. Until you pass the 405, you in somebody hood. If you south of the 10 all the way to the water, you in somebody hood. Like that shit is like 400 square miles of straight gang banging.
Mm.
The Inland Empire, like, ooh, these houses is kind of run down. Might be dangerous.
Hmm.
But once you get over here, you like, okay, this is cool. This is nice. Like, nigga, I got mansions down the street from where I
Hmm.
live at. Like certain parts of where we at, like you got some nice shit, you got some fuck shit. So like my mom moved me out here in the 90s, like the
Okay.
early 90s. But like I said, like I just kept going back because that's where, my dad's side of the family was. So summers and weekends and all my free time, I'm back in the hood. When I got old enough to kick it in the hood, oh nigga, I'm driving to the hood. Like nigga, once I get off work, I'm back in the set. So like when it came to me moving out here, living out here, and raising my kids out here, it's like nigga, even though I want my kids to understand what's going on out there, I don't want it romanticized to them.
Facts.
Because like with me, it kind of was like the big homies made that shit seem like it was the coolest shit in the world. Like them was literally my role models. Like that's what I thought was cool. Like I thought gangbanging was cool. Like seeing my uncle and them, wearing they Yankee hats, hopping low riders up and down the street, carrying guns and shit. I thought that shit was cool as a motherfucker. Like, oh nigga, I'm gonna be like that, nigga. I'm gonna be a nigga when I grow up, nigga. Like, I'm gonna be with all the bullshit. Like, nigga, I wish a nigga would, nigga. I'm gonna be out here letting niggas know. Like, that's how I'm gonna be when I grow up. Like, because to us as young niggas, like we think that shit is cool. When you see all the grown ups around you
Right. Doing that.
doing that shit, like when you watching your parents throwing parties and motherfuckers pulling up in low riders, smoking weed, bumping the music, you like, yeah, nigga, I can't wait till I'm grown. I'm gonna be doing that same shit, nigga. I'm gonna have me a low rider like that. Ooh, nigga, I'm gonna have me a clean ass tray, nigga. These niggas don't go to work.
Hmm.
Like, nigga, I didn't see like, oh, these niggas going to work every morning, that they coming home tired. No, nigga, I see my uncle every day wake up, light a blunt, sit on my grandma porch. The homies is pulling up, bitches is pulling up. Like, why the fuck would I want to be a mailman when I could be like this nigga?
Right. Right.
I want to be like the nigga selling dope. Nigga, the mailman look tired. The
Hmm.
mailman drive a Corolla.
Mm-mm. The
This
hustlers
nigga
got it.
drive a tray. This nigga drive a rag deuce.
Mm.
This nigga hitting switches and got hoes around all day smoking weed and chilling. What the fuck I want to get a job for?
Don't need one. So
And nigga, don't. It's always the fine ones though. 12
yeah,
cal
I can
that be
imagine.
from gangs
I
or
can
they
imagine.
brother bang, bro. I'm talking about me alone fine, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Shit, nigga, you
that's the
see to me,
dangerous one.
Ico push 6-0.
Look, so my brother was messing with girls in the jungles.
Hmm.
It don't matter what gang he from. When you go to the jungles for a girl, nigga, you risking your life at that point. Cause if you don't know how to get out of that motherfucker other than the way you came in there, man, when I tell you your ass gonna get lost, and most people end up in that goddamn park back there running down fucking La Brea if they hop that gate.
Mm.
And the
That
fucked up
don't even
thing
sound good.
is, females got slick ass ways of setting you up unintentionally.
Set you right up.
Like, I don't even think that a lot of them have nefarious intentions,
Mhm.
but I think they just don't know no better. So they'll tell you some shit like, man, they don't even be tripping over here. Bitch, that's a lie.
Catfish started in LA and it had nothing to do with looks. They would catfish the situation. They'll make you feel like they really, really like you. They really, really, and some of them do. Like he said, they don't care about none of that shit. They older brother and cousin bang or whatever. They well protected. She just like you. She not thinking, oh, this nigga stay over here. He about to catch the bus way over here. They not gonna mess with him. No, you about to get that nigga beat.
Yeah, them niggas will kill your ass. Like, nigga, I remember, back when we was on Air G, which was like the chat room on the chirps and shit. Like, nigga,
Okay.
I'm talking to this broad on Air G, my nigga. And I don't know if I told the story on Too Much Game, but like this bitch said, yeah, I live off of Central and Imperial in some black and white apartments. Bitch, you live in the Imperial, you live in the motherfucking Nickerson Gardens, bitch. That's not no black and white fucking apartment complex. That's the Nickerson Gardens. You know where you live at. But she tried to like frame it like it wasn't that dangerous. Like, oh yeah, don't even worry about it. There might be some niggas outside. Don't even worry. Just come straight to my house. Them niggas ain't gonna say nothing. Bitch, them niggas are trying to blow my fucking brains out.
Niggas outside 12 cal. You ever
Yeah,
played in the
like
12 cal? You ever played in the Nickerson Garden Summer Night League? Nigga,
That
you
Nickerson
walk
don't even sound like
Gardens.
fun.
when you walk in, first of all, let me tell you how dangerous it is. Nigga, the sheriff's is there outside in the parking lot.
Wow.
So and look, you protected for that game. When you leave, first of all, there's two ways. There's two ways into, and the front way is cool. It's the back way. If you run out the wrong way, you running right into their neighborhood. Run right
Yeah.
into it, my nigga.
Yeah, like you cool if you come in off Central. But you go whatever the fuck that little back street is, you playing with
It's
your
over,
motherfucking
nigga.
life.
You talking about getting lost? Nigga, that shit is like a puzzle.
Cause
It's a maze.
that's how my hood is, where we got bends and corners and dead ends and shit. Like you be fucked up playing around in my hood because all the streets they don't go all the way through.
Okay.
So if you go up like White Marsh goes all the way through. But like Kemp, Gunlock, nigga, your ass will turn around and you right back in the hood. Like you like, nigga, I started out on Caldwell. How I'm on Caldwell again? Because the street runs a circle. So niggas could easily get on the chirp like, hey, cuz that nigga just came up this street, nigga. He finna hit that bend. He finna be on your street. Catch his ass by the time he hit that cone. He in a blue Toyota Camry, nigga. Get him.
This I'm looking at a map. This is a long ass street. So what's is this Tensionor? Is that how you pronounce it?
Tishner.
Tishner. Okay. Yeah, these some long ass streets, bro.
Yeah, but if you look at all the streets that run north and south, they got bends. So if you look at like Dwight, Gunlock, Kemp, Exmoor, and all them streets, them shits circle around. So you'll slide up one street, you'll be going up Gunlock, and that motherfucker turn.
I have
And
never.
your ass will end up on Exmoor, and you'll be coming right back to where you started from.
And folks, I'm looking at a map as he's describing this, and he is right to a T. Like Dwight goes one way and it goes in a circle, and then you're on Gunlock, and there's no end to the street. The street literally feeds into another.
Yeah, it'll bend you right
bend
back
you
to
right into another
Caldwell. You be right back on Caldwell.
Right back to them
exactly.
niggas. That's
we
what
be waiting for your stupid ass.
Like, right there.
Right there. Go over there and wait for him. He's coming back, my nigga. It's like Barry Sanders. Like
it ain't even no rush. Them niggas, hey, it probably ain't even no rush for them niggas. Them niggas is just gonna walk over there.
No, because I'm telling you, if you pull it up on the map as you're looking at, and this is common.
When you getting chased, you panicking.
Yeah, you
remember. Yes. You know the bank that Yvette worked at off of King. So I'm walking back to my step pop's house, right? And he's off of his apartments is off of La Brea, over there across the street from a Target. I'm coming down. I was at the Crenshaw Mall, but that bus runs slow at night, super slow, right? So I'm nervous because I don't like sitting in one spot, and I couldn't stay at my There we go. I couldn't stay at my homeboy house.
Mhm.
So I started to walk down the divider off of King. And I was just walking from bus stop to bus stop. On the left side, if you walking west, is the jungles. Right? On the right side, it was the neighborhood we drove through. I drove you through there.
Yeah. And look, Baylor, he's driving. He's like, he said, you want to go over here by the jungles? I said, we can go by the jungles. I said, we don't need to. I said, we don't need to get too close. I said, I can see it from. I can see that we were on King, and I think we were about to turn on Obama, I think, or something like that.
Obama
And,
way, yeah.
Yeah, it
and
used
I
to
was
be
like,
rodeo.
I said, no. I said, just keep going straight, Bill. We good. I can see the jungles from here. I was like, I don't need to go over there.
So I'm walking from bus stop to bus stop. Once I get to the last bus stop, it was two cats across the street. So long story short, he's like, "Hey, where you from?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "I ain't from nowhere," and I kept walking. Mind you, hey, to y'all niggas telling them the out of towners that back in the '90s they used to tell y'all to respond with "I don't bang." Well, let me tell you, once it got to the 2000s, I don't bang, you bang today. So you got to be quick with your answers. You got to have better
Tell
answers because them niggas
tell
upgraded.
them niggas what state you from.
Yeah,
Tell them niggas
yeah,
I'm from North Carolina. I'm from
yeah.
Texas, nigga. I'm from Austin, Texas. I don't
And say it
gang
like the
bang.
nigga on the wood. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm from
put
Carolina.
your accent
Put your
on.
accent, your
Put
country
that
accent
accent on. I'm from
Hey,
Baltimore, B. I'm
hey,
from New York, man.
them niggas tried to cut me off, right? So I ran back. I'm running back
Hold on,
towards
what
that
was you
way.
doing over there?
I was trying to go home,
Oh,
but the bus was running late. Let me
you
tell
came
you,
to see a
look,
girl.
no,
You went to
no,
the mall.
no. We took the express bus to Knott's Berry Farm, and the express bus brings you back over there off of Crenshaw and King. There's a bus stop under the mall,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the bus was running like every hour and some change. It was running real late, and it was real late. So I'm walking down the divider to each bus stop, waiting every 5 minutes. Eventually, I could have walked back to my step pop's house. Eventually,
Mm-hmm.
because he wasn't too far. He was off of he was between La Brea and La Cienega,
Okay.
right? But I'm way on Crenshaw and King. They tried to trap me over there by the bank where Yvette work at. I ran through that alley. I had on some white and blue Sauconys, some blue Levi's, and a blue and gray Old Navy hoodie fleece. Nigga, I'm
All
cutting.
colors.
Dog, look, I was running so fast. This never happened to me in my life. First time ever. I was running so fast, my tongue went numb. I was scared, nigga. Like them niggas was running so fast, right? One of them had a gun. Them niggas was running so fast, bro. I hurried up and took off my hoodie and threw it down. Then remember, my mom just bought that shit. I picked that motherfucker back up, and I kept running. And then I ran to the Magic Johnson theater, and
Okay.
I ran to the security guard. He told me to go in. I called my pops. They came to pick me up. I was waiting on the steps. That's when I found out you can't sit on the steps right there. I should have stayed inside anyway. But I thought I was gonna be safe standing next to the security guard. They probably would have shot that nigga up. I called my step pops. He came and pulled up, nigga. When I seen that nigga pull up, he had a Toyota truck. That nigga pulled up right there. Nigga, I ran and got in that truck so goddamn fast. When we got back, my stepbrother was in the bed already. Nigga, I walk in. I'm just sad, right? That nigga looked at me, was like, that nigga started busting up laughing.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of the 12 Kyle podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and share this podcast with a friend who needs the 12 Kyle podcast in their life. Every listen, every download, and every share helps us grow. Thanks for being a part of the 12 Kyle podcast community. We appreciate your support. We will catch you next time. 5,000.